called that.
Yeah. These guys are found in the same. They mainly feed on skinks and that.
Okay, yeah. So you done with your video?
Yeah. We'll just take a photo of it and then release it.
Yep. Oh, okay.
So this guy here is wasn't really lucky, but
These guys have got on. This guy is really angry, and he if it's Daniel one, he's going to be by you, Lachlan.
So I'm here with Joel from our WildLife and Daniel from our and we've got
thanks for the don't worry about Daniel.
Yeah, I know. Feels so loved. Yeah. And we just got this land mullet. Joel just grabbed him in the palm fronds there, so this could possibly grab a female. It's quite big.
Yeah, it's got a chunky belly.
Yeah, largest skink in Australia. The scientific name is
Bellatorias major, which is stupid because the major skinks should be called that.
Yeah. These guys are found in rainforest habitats along the east coast of New South Wales, from north of Sydney up into Queensland. Yeah, nice big skink. But want to let him go?
Commonly found, yeah.
Let me just chuck my phone on video. So he was just sitting on that log over there, but he'll go in here and he'll hide in all of this brush.
Be ready, because they're pretty fast once they get going.
Yeah, they're very quick. Oh. And he'll just go off in there and do his thing. Okay guys, so we've just come flipping. We've got a snake under here. So we don't know what it is yet. Flip it again. Awesome. This is one of the species that I was hoping to catch this trip. It's actually a golden crown snake, Cacophis squamulosas is the scientific name. This here is the golden crown snake, scientific name Cacophis squamulosas.
Yep. And these guys are the largest member of the crown snake family, which also includes the northern and southern dwarf crowns, the white crowns, and maybe another species that I forget.
So the golden crowns, they're mildly vens, all of them.
Yep, and they don't bite at all. Like, they can, but they never bite. They always do the bluff, and they'll stand up and S, and they'll just tap you with their nose, but they don't bite.
They're very placid.
I shouldn't say all the golden crowns, just to say the
the
crown species. I keep saying golden crown.
Yeah. And they're the most southerly distributed crown snake, going down to about Canberra, whereas the rest don't come any further south of Central Coast.
They're a very chilled snake. They're very reluctant to bite.
Yeah. They mainly feed on skinks and that, and little geckos and stuff, mainly lizards and frogs that they'll find around.
Commonly found in big rocky patches.
Yep.
They're identified by the goldenness they have on the back of their head.
Yeah, that crown.
And they also have a rather red belly.
Yeah, people mistake them for browns and red bellies, but they look nothing like it if you know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Some people might also mistake it for an eastern small-eyed snake because of the belly and where they're found, but
Yeah, if that is
The easiest way to tell-
yeah, if they knew about an eastern small-eyed snake.
The easiest way to tell the difference between a golden crown and other snake species is the golden crowns. They have a very distinct eye pattern and, well, the golden crown.
Yep.
Yeah, really.
No way, man.
They're nocturnal species, and during the day they can be found hiding under mainly rocks and logs, and sometimes in mulch piles and that. And they'll come out at night and go hunting for sleeping lizards. But, yeah, you want to release him?
Yeah. Awkwardness.
We'll just put him under here. We'll just lean over, Mum, and we'll just let him go under
So
there.
this is the rock that Lachlan flipped him under.
Yeah.
So Lachlan flipped him, and then I caught him because Lachlan's caught one before.
I've got a few. No, let him go under.
Yeah, we'll let him slither under. Yeah, next one if we find it is Daniel's. So we'll put it in here. This is a decent size one. Yep, that's an awesome catch though. Great start to the trip. Ready?
snake. Their scientific name is Cryptophis nigrescens.
Nigrescens, yep.
Nigrescens, whatever you say it.
Differently.
These guys are a nocturnal species. They're an elapid, so they're a front-fang venomous snake. And by the size and the colours of them, you would think, oh, just like a mice snake or a golden crown, they're only mildly venomous. But these guys are actually highly venomous, about something around 24th in the world. And they have actually caused 1 death of a person. And they basically have the exact same venom as the much well-known red-bellied black snake. Although no one's heard of these, everyone's heard of a red belly. Red bellies have the bad reputation, whereas they haven't killed people and this one has. So I don't know what that's about. But these guys are pretty secretive nocturnal species. During the day they can be flipped under rocks and occasionally logs.
And preferably tin, they love it under tin.
Yeah, they love tin actually. It's their favourite. And sometimes they congregate in numbers of up to 30 or 40 under one sheet, which is just amazing. They're a pretty common snake in a lot of areas, and some areas they're not. I've never found one before, so it's pretty cool. This is a relatively large one. They don't get a whole lot bigger than this, and it's very fat as well. You can see they're often confused for a red belly, but they're more grey, and their belly...
Keep your head on the ground, keep your head on the ground.
Yeah. And their belly is more pink, whereas the red bellies have a white belly and just red on the side here, where it's just pink salmon on the belly and then the grey body.
And also, as you can see, well, you might not be able to see in the darkness, but their head is actually a lot darker than the rest of their body.
Yeah. So this guy, they hunt for, what do they hunt for? Frogs and lizards and that. Frogs and lizards out at night, and then during the day they'll just
Watch out, he's going to be close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he did tag me.
took a munch on Lachlan.
I'm not sure, we're not really sure yet if it was
That's a good
a dry bite or a real bite, but I'd say it's a dry bite because I haven't been feeling any symptoms. We put a bandage on just in case.
Or maybe a slight envenomation.
Yeah, probably just a slight envenomation, which isn't enough to really do damage, because they usually don't do a full envenomation on the first bite. And they're very squirmy snake. They're very hard to photograph, but sometimes they'll be a bit chill after a while, and you can sort of manipulate them a bit gently. Yeah. I don't want him to tag me again because the second bite won't be dry.
Normally when you find them in the day, they're nice and calm and just sit there for you. Well, not really, but they're a lot less inclined to bite. But when they're out at night hunting, then it means they've got plenty of energy and they're ready to have a go at you.
Yeah, they're all awake and they've had some Mountain Dew recently, you know, they're all up and ready.
What makes them hard to hold is because when you see them, when they see you, what they do is they start jumping around, wiggling like crazy, so that when you try to tail them, they spin around and try to get you. And I've been head bumped by multiple, but never actually bitten. You might want to get a photo of that, Daniel. That's the perfect position. So
he's
unfortunately,
up there like a cobra right now. He's doing what they'll do there. They'll do that, and they'll be like, "I'm venomous. Stay away from me," showing off their red belly.
And unfortunately, since they look so much like red bellies and they are found under tin and stuff, which means they're often found on people's properties.
Damn it.
A lot of people kill them because they think they're red bellies.
Which is a shame, because even though they're just as venomous, they're a beautiful snake, which all snakes are. No snake should be killed. It's just unnecessary for our beautiful native animals. Are they egg layers or like?
I'm pretty sure. I actually don't know.
Okay.
I
forgot.
I think they might be egg layers.
Okay.
Don't hold me up for it though.
But yeah, these guys are the eastern small-eyed. There's also a northern variety. But these easterns are the more ones that look like red bellies, and they'll live on the east coast for Queensland and New South Wales, and I think maybe just into Victoria, do they? Sure.
I think they might just go in, but I don't know.
But in some places, such as the Blue Mountains, they are found in huge numbers, almost like a pest. There's tons of them, and then some places, like up here, there's a few here and there, but just depending on habitat, you know, in the right areas, they're super common. They seem to thrive in many habitats, from rainforest to rocky outcrops and mountainous areas, you know.
Do you want to try and give him a free handle?
Not yet. Just
No.
wait.
Do you want me to free handle him?
If you want. But
Wait,
don't
let me get a
Oh,
photo.
really? I was planning on it.
Okay, if I just put him
Just
here.
keep it, like, stay alert of him. If he starts turning like that, just put him down.
Yeah.
Not literally put him down, but
Put his body down.
Yeah, these guys are really hard to do photos with because of how jumpy they are.
Yeah, they're just scared, you know. They don't want to bite. They just want to get away.
Yeah, he's just trying to go do his night, get some food.
Yeah. Maybe have a breed.
Yeah, maybe. This one might actually be a
Big lump.
gravid female because of the
pretty
size
fat.
of it.
Yeah, it's like it's a decent length. It might get a tiny bit longer, but it's a pretty decent length.
I want to say I've touched the small eye. There we go.
Yeah.
They actually they often bluff with their bites by just bumping their head into you, which has happened to me many times. But with Lachlan, it actually had an open
bit
mouth
the first
strike.
time. I get the grumpy one.
Yeah. Out of all the times I've caught him, I've never even had an open mouth strike. But he's the first one he's caught bitten.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Anyway, yeah. Are you
Love you
done
too,
with
mate.
your video?
Yep. We'll just take a photo of me with him, and then we'll release him.
Yep. Oh, after my video.
Oh yeah, you're doing
Which
one?
you can check out on our WildLife, by the way.
Yeah. Go.
Or I reckon kind of a bit on the road so that we can just show how jumpy they are.
But put him make sure he does go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, he was coming on that side, do you reckon? He was going from there to there. Do you reckon you put him on that side?
Yeah.
I reckon, eh?
I reckon, eh? Ready?
Right, so here's the release of our Eastern small-eyed snake friend.
See what I mean?
Very
And then you
jumpy.
can touch him and they can just go off like that. I just love seeing snakes. So you have to release them.
Wait, no, you're bound. Try not to be, but
No one can get his head over. Make sure you get it.
there you go. That's hold it up.
Can someone turn my torch off? My head torch?
How do I turn it off?
The button on top.
Like that?
Hey.
Just turn it off quick.
You have to
Yeah,
chuck it
it's
down.
off.
Okay. So this guy here is a Stevens banded snake. They are Hoplocephalaus stevensii, and this is one of the rarest things we could find. It is the rarest snake we could find out here tonight, and that's just really amazing. Can you take photos of me too? But this guy here is distributed from just north of Sydney, about the Central Coast region, and then they'll go up into Queensland, and in some parts they do have a black form where they can be confused for pale-headed snakes. They got black with the pale head. These guys can be told apart from another snake by those bands that don't go onto the belly, and that distinctively broad-shaped head, which is a distinctive of the venomous tree snake family, which is the Hoplocephalaus. They can be confused for bandy bands and tiger snakes if you're really dumb, but they don't look anything like it.
That's
And,
a nice way of putting it, eh?
Their venom's a lot worse than the bandy, so I don't want to go thinking it's one and pick it up.
Worse.
Yeah, and they're not quite as deadly as a tiger snake,
Lachlan, just quickly smile.
but it'll feel worse. These guys are semi-arboreal, mostly arboreal, so they'll climb trees, and during the day they hide under loose bark on trees and in tree hollows. And this is only a baby, probably about a year, maybe 2 years if it's not getting much food. They'll get to just under 2 foot, about 2 foot long if it's a big one. They're a pretty grumpy snake. When encountered and disturbed, they'll always try to get away, but once they get disturbed, they'll rear up and S up and try to go ya, and they don't always dry bite very
You want to
often.
go, me, bruv?
They're an absolutely beautiful species.
Chuck the smile.
They mainly eat frogs, and they'll also feed on skinks and geckos, little dragons, whatever they can find, occasionally small mammals.
If
That,
they're larger.
yeah, if they're larger mainly, not this one. You'd only be eating little froglets and little skinks. They're just an absolutely amazing species, such a privilege
That's
to
an
find
understatement.
One. Yeah, it's just so amazing to find one. You can see the belly there. They don't have bands on the belly, which is how you distinguish them from a bandy, which is another nocturnal species.
Bandies also have a distinct, like, round head, almost
Yeah.
like a blind snake.
Yeah, they're like a
they're like
black
a
and white
striped
blind snake.
Anyway, the guys up
They're
the
very
road,
big.
the guys that were herping, they just found a roughie, so we're
So
going
we're
to
looking
release
for
this guy.
And
Keep
go for a
going.
bit of,
Yeah.
drive.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
how
just been a
good's-
successful night already.
Yeah.
Like, this has topped it. Anything we find. We've got
Alright, so-
photos and stuff. Time for the release.
Release of this beautiful little Stevens band snake, hopefully one of more to come. And he's here in this heathland environment, but I'd say he lives.
Watch out, he's getting close, eh?
Yeah.
He's just
I'd
gonna
say he
climb
lives
stuff.
further up in the rainforest, so he'll
Let go,
probably
just let go and go for it.
cruise around and look for his frogs now, and then he'll head up.
There you go.
Look for
Yeah,
his-
another
Very
reason we don't find many of these snakes is because of bloody poachers.
Yeah,
Because
people.
they're such a rare snake, people sell them on the black
The
market.
Hoplocephalaus is like the widest poached family of snakes in Australia. Everyone tries to take him. You can see we don't, but a lot of people, they'll try to take them and they'll sell them on the black market, and it's horrible because they don't give a thought of these poor animals. Yeah. Don't stick your head in the brush.
Yeah, that's the last
You know all
thing,
about
yeah.
that. Yeah, that's crazy.
We're
No,
going to
go
come back onto
to
the road.
Maybe let's go to the other side.
python.
Carpet python, diamond python.
Second snake caught on my own too now.
Nice.
There we
She's
go.
a beaut, isn't
It's
she?
only little, but it's a nice looking one.
Oh, it is. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, how nice is that?
Mate, we'll get some talking about and stuff after we do a bit of photography.
Yep.
That is a beaut.
Alright, this guy here is a young intergrade carpet python.
Scientific name Morelius spilota or Morelius spilota McDowley.
They're a cross between those two because the spilota is the diamond python and the McDowley is the coastal carpet. So these intergrades, they range from about south of Grafton to about Lake Macquarie area. Northern part of Lake Macquarie is where their central coast-ish is where they start going into pure diamond.
This one must have a lot of coastal carpet in him because he's really aggressive.
And he's
He's
also
bitten-
very yellow too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
nice
bitten
yellow.
Lachlan twice on the arm. He bit me on the face,
You were
and he
trying to
bit
lick
Daniel.
him?
leg.
Yeah, I was trying to lick him, and it's
Weirdo.
not as weird as it sounds, but I was trying to lick it on the neck, and then it bit me
Give him
on
a
the
love
face.
bite.
Yeah, I don't know why it
How
wouldn't
is
like
that
getting
not as
licked.
weird as it sounds?
It's weirder.
Um,
It also bit Daniel what?
There.
Thigh.
Yeah. But yeah, these
Yum.
fellas grow a lot bigger. The coastal carpet, in them they'll usually go slightly bigger than an average diamond. So about 3
Ooh.
meters would be pretty good size, maybe even 4 if you're really lucky. But
That'd be maximum.
yeah, that'd be huge.
These
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
are predominantly nocturnal, and
Also
but you can
diurnal,
find
though.
them in the day.
So yeah, they're just a bit of both. You know,
So
they'll
they,
just come out whenever they want.
Yeah, normally in the mornings and the afternoons you can find them basking,
Yeah,
getting
not
some
in the
energy
middle.
for night, and then they come out hunting at night, and they'll eat bats, they'll eat
Love that.
small mammals.
Yeah, rodents
What,
and that.
maybe even birds if it's in
Yeah,
a hollow.
birds, and if they even if they get it, sometimes reptiles, but they do prefer
Yeah.
warm-blooded prey.
Yep.
Yeah, they're of course being a python, they're non-venomous, harmless completely. And
Yeah,
Oop.
they have hundreds of razor sharp backwards facing teeth, so when they grab on,
yep,
they hold on tight and they wrap their body around and strangle the prey, and then they swallow it whole.
yeah, an absolutely beautiful snake.
Yeah,
Ah,
this one has
shit.
a nice green on him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wait
yeah.
a second.
What's all shit?
Arboreal species, so
Yep.
they'll spend a lot of
Wait,
time
can I
climbing
release him?
trees, living
Yep.
in tree hollows.
Yeah,
caught
Daniel
him.
caught him. This is his second snake ever, first ever intergrade. Well, thanks for being gentle with it.
Oh, now he's anchored on me. See, he doesn't want to go.
No, once you put him down, he will.
Right, ready? We'll chuck him right over here on the footbridge.
We need to stop spending so much time on these little snakes.
There you go, little buddy.
Little snake.
Awesome.
He's still anchored onto me. There you go.
See you, bud. Name it, quick.
Jeffrey. The green or the common tree snake.
Scientific name Dendrelaphis punctalata.
These guys are a colubrid species, and they're one of the only 2 colubrid species to reach down to the east coast as far south as Sydney. And they've actually got no venom and no fangs, unlike the brown tree snake, which has a mild venom.
Colubrids are snakes that are rear fangs.
Either rear-fanged venomous or non-venomous.
These guys, they spend a lot of their time in trees,
Yeah.
so they're
Hence the name.
arboreal. What was that, Daniel?
Hence the name.
Oh yeah, tree snake. They love eating frogs and lizards,
Yeah.
so they'll eat skinks if they're big enough water dragons, but especially frogs.
Yeah, this is only a little one. They do get quite a bit bigger. But they have also occasionally been known to even eat fish from the water.
They're identified by the yellow belly and the black top, and they also, I'm sorry, oh yeah, I got it right, don't worry.
Yellow
They
belly.
also often have, when they're threatened, these blue stripes that appear, which makes them seem venomous or poisonous to scare off larger prey.
Yeah.
They also have very large eyes, so that's
Very
one of the big
helps them see because they're a
contributors.
diurnal species. You won't find them active at night. Diurnal, and they live in rainforesty habitats, and they also often live near ponds and fresh water. There's frogs that live there.
They're normally a very placid species of snake, but this guy is really angry, and he bit Daniel once. How many times did he bite you, Lachlan?
Twice.
And he got me twice as well. As you can see, they're really lean and they're long and thin.
Yeah, they're very thin.
Yep, that helps them move around in the trees and camouflage a bit.
Yeah. They're a really nice snake.
Yep.
They're reasonably common. They're very fast, and you usually only get a quick glimpse of them before they're off, like the other one we saw.
Yeah, we've actually seen 3 today, but
Yeah.
2 of them have escaped because they're that quick.
Yeah. And they live on the east coast from even further south than Sydney and then up into North Queensland. And there's also a Northern Territory form that's golden all over, a nice golden colour in the Northern Territory.
blue face as well, which is pretty rare.
In North Queensland, yeah, they got the blue face.
Blue faces are awesome.
Yeah. They got this nice ridge feel here where their back meets the belly. It's like scale.
Looks like he's gonna strike you. Oh, and also, you just note that's gonna go tell friends that it was nose bumped by a human. Also, you can see if I'm holding him up here, he can pull his whole body up over himself.
It's that arboreal species thing. They got strong muscles.
That just shows how good they are at climbing around in trees.
Red bellies can't do it.
Yeah, red bellies can't do it.
Ground snake.
Well, a lot of people say that. What have we done at all?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's just time for the release. We got some awesome photos with it, which you can check out.
Definitely got photos.
Yep, check out in the description with our Instagram accounts. Yeah, is that it?
Yeah. Do you want to release him, Daniel?
Yep, Daniel will do the release. Lachlan actually spotted this guy here and we heard him screaming.
Yeah.
So Daniel and I came up to help and waited on that side while
I chased him out.
yeah, then
I'll
he
try and
came out
release
that
him up the
side.
tree, eh?
Daniel will show you how quick it is. Actually, put him on the vine, Daniel.
Yeah, come on, I'll chuck him on here. And he'll climb up there.
Yeah.
Ready?
Or
Do you
not.
want to come in here more around, Julia?
Do you want to swap cameras?
Yeah.
Oh, it's around you there. No. Thank you. Wait.
Wait.
Yeah, hold on. Ready? Just to show you how quick they are and how good they are at climbing.
Then he's just going to
Let him get going. There you go. See that? Oh, there you go. Cat. First snake of the day. Fifth of the trip.